All right, hey friends, welcome back to art class with me, Mr. Blakely. So today we're going to be doing this thing here. We're going to be starting a unit on pop art, and one big thing with pop art was artists like Andy Warhol would take products and incorporate them into their artwork. You've seen probably his Campbell soup cans, excuse me, or his boxes of soap, things like that. We're going to be doing something similar to that, but we're going to be using cereal boxes. And basically, we're going to make what's called a diptych. So that's what you see right here. I took two different cereal boxes and I focused in on a small area, and then I put them up side by side next to each other. So when you're looking at these, what you're kind of looking for is, first of all, it should be something easily recognizable. Hopefully, even without seeing the entire words here, you're able to tell like what these two cereals are. So it's something popular, right? Pop culture, pop art, pop in these cases being short for popular. Um, and then the other thing is, it's more of a detail. So you can see like I didn't do the entire front of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch box or the Fruit Loop box. I just did like a very small area, like a 2 inch by 2 inch area, and then just drew in enough detail that it would be recognizable, but I didn't try and get like every single teeny tiny little detail. You can see down here, this box said no artificial flavors. I didn't include that, but I wanted it to be like enough information that people would get what it was supposed to be. So that's what you guys are going to be doing. As far as it goes, I don't expect you, this is not necessarily a draw along. I am going to draw these two things and show you kind of the process, but I don't expect you to do what you see here in front of you. What I'd like you to do is, the easiest way would be to just find two boxes of cereal, get a pair of scissors or even like a marker, right? And just like, you want to have an area, right? And the reason that you want to designate an area beforehand is like, if you take a look at what I did here, like I didn't try and get the whole word. Like I just picked an area that had some information in it, some cool colors, and isolated that. On mine, I just literally had a pair of scissors and I cut it out from the front of the box of cereal. And when I had the size I wanted, I just set it down. As you're going to see, I had it right next to my drawing pad, and I just drew what was inside the square. And that's what you guys are going to do. You can do Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Fruit Loops, but if you do, please don't try to make yours look exactly like mine, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Give me some detail, find some cool, colorful spots that will recognizable enough that people will probably say like, oh yeah, that's a box of Cinnamon Life or whatever. That's a box of Lucky Charms, but not, you don't want to have the entire Lucky Charms logo or the entire leprechaun or whatever. Anyway, so I'm going to get this off the screen. We are going to get going on our pop art cereal boxes. And yeah, let's do it. All right, so here we go. First step is I'm going to do one of the cereal boxes, just one of them. All right, and part of the one that I chose has some writing on it. So I'm just going to do that part here. And I actually just have a picture. Oops, it didn't quite connect. Just have a picture of the cereal box right here in front of me, right next to my drawing pad, and I'm just literally trying to copy it as best I can. Now, one of the reasons that I chose cereal boxes as opposed to, there are a number of different things that we could have gone with here. I sort of felt like, I mean, just in terms of like the graphic qualities of the cereal box, like it's straightforward without being like overly simple. It's direct. It's also something that, at least in this country, most of us see fairly regularly. And so it's something that we would recognize. And that's part of the key to the whole pop art thing, is that, I mean, literally the word pop comes from popular. So, part of making the art is saying something about things that people are familiar with. When I come down, just running up against the edge of where of what I chose to do. So kind of just going to stop that part right there. So kind of the key to choosing a good thing for this would be, first of all, something that people would actually recognize. The other part is finding the spot within that thing that that people will recognize without just putting the entire thing in there, right? Because if I just wrote Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I could just do it in bubble letters right on my screen, and that would be a thing, but that wouldn't be that interesting, right? It would just be literally like just having the thing be there. That's not what I'm trying to do. Switching it up a little bit. So I look for an area where it would be recognizable without just being straight up readable. All right. So this is the other cereal now. The other box top, or not box top, but actually box front. Oops. Didn't quite line up as well as I would have liked. All right. I wonder if you guys have figured out what my second one is yet. Let's go right up to the edge there. And so one thing with this is that even if you have things that you that don't fully land on the page, like it's still worth it to draw them. Like, for example, down at the bottom of the section I cut here is some stuff, and while it doesn't 100% finish up, I still am going to put part of it on there, just like this, and just like this. Okay. Oops, and I clicked out of myself there. So, can you tell what this was? Hopefully you can. So at this point, I'm going to color it, and it'll be the example that you saw up at the start. So yeah, choose 2 different cereal boxes. I'm going to leave it up to you 100%. But whatever you do, try and make it something that would be recognizable. Yeah, do it just like I did here. Color it up. So the example at the start, and submit it to me as you have been. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do with this. And if you haven't turned in any of your late assignments, please do so ASAP. All right, well, this was fun, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.